am. Hey, welcome to this broadcast here, how to become a website designer and earn $1,495 plus per month, even as a newbie with zero experience. If you are tuning in live, and you've been waiting here for the past 15 minutes, I am so sorry. I usually like to be very timely, and it's really frustrating when the tech doesn't cooperate. And as you can see, we are in a hotel here. So it was my fault. I should have come back, but we were playing at the water park with the kids. And so that is the deal. Okay. So I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds to get situated here. I'm actually going to go live from my phone in the group so that I can hopefully let you guys know what the deal is and where the new link platform is at. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a second to hop in here. Oh my gosh, look at this. The Wi-Fi is so slow. There must be so many people in this hotel that I literally keep getting booted out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hang out. I'm going to just talk to myself here. And give everybody a second to hop in. I can't believe this. This is so ridiculous. Whoa. But you know what? Nothing ever goes perfectly. You just have to roll with it and do your best. So, introduce yourself, by the way. Once you hop in, it really helps me. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my biggest fears was public speaking. It used to make me shake, and I would feel like I was at the top of the roller coaster, and it was just always like, oh my God, I'm never going to talk to people. And now I do online education and all this stuff. But yeah, so long story short, introduce yourself. Let me know how you found this. Maybe you're a random and stranger. I don't know how people are going to be finding this, but that could very well be. So I'm going to log in here. Give me a second so that I can let all of the ladies from the group know that we are on a different platform because Facebook was not supporting it. So yeah, so here we go. So please just bear with me. I'm very appreciative. Hang out, grab a notebook, grab a pen, grab a water bottle. The presentation should be approximately maybe half an hour to an hour. I don't really know. It's kind of like a live class. I'm going to try to give you some valuable information and also let you know about the Becoming a Website Designer course, which I'm going to be doing live. So I'm not going to spring that on you and you're not going to say, just so you know. Okay, so just so you know, when you are watching this, I am talking to you about a course, so don't be shocked at the end when I'm like, hey, you should totally enroll in this course. But even if you don't enroll in the course, I still hope that you have fun and you learn something and you see the possibility. Okay. All right, so I have to go live. Okay. Hold on, I'm live in the Facebook group here. So this is going to be funny. I'm going to go double live. Double live. Hey, ladies. Okay, so I am so thankful for you guys for giving me some grace here as I worked out the tech. As you all know, I am in a hotel. So I posted the link for the event down below in this group. And if you're watching this and you're not in the group, there is a free info group where you can get more information about becoming a website designer, and I'll post some stuff in there. So anyways, thank you so much for bearing with me as we got sorted through the tech because I wanted to pull my hair out because nothing was working. So the beauty of this platform here is that I will be able to screen share and show my presentation to you. So if you are inside of the Facebook group right now, just scroll down a little bit, click on the link, and I will see you in here in the live presentation room. Okay? All right. I will see you in a second. All right. That is posting. I'm going to wait until y'all get in here. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. I just had to take that selfie. Okay, I'll go like this. Because, you know, social media. All right, I'm going to post this on Facebook, on my private page. This is how I network, by the way. Okay, so thanks. I don't know. Thanks for hanging out here as everybody gets situated. Dealt with some tech glitches. Okay, you know what? I'm going to turn some music on while we wait. I'm going to prep the meeting room here, and I'm going to officially start in 5 minutes. How does that sound? Okay. So since we had some tech glitches, if you're in here waiting, I can't really see. I don't know where I'm looking on the screen, but if you're in here waiting, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get resituated. I'm going to send a reminder out. If you want to hang out, that's totally fine. Other than that, I will restart this at exactly 8 o'clock. So you have 5 minutes. I'm going to put some music on. You can go grab a water bottle, a notebook, a pen. I will be dropping some valuable information. So even if you don't join the course, you should at least have some information or some business advice. Okay? All right. So I will see you in 5 minutes. Okay. Apparently the internet is not fast enough to load even Spotify. All right. All right, so if you're hanging out, you're still here. I just posted this. Look at, oh my gosh, it's like a time warp. I just posted that. Okay, so I just posted that onto my Facebook page. Facebook is one of the ways that I network and navigate and get referrals. So pretty cool. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. So, oh boy. Okay, let's see if I can links. See here. Does that take me to the right spot? Yes, it does. I'm still over here. Okay. I'm going to go test this. Okay. All right. There it is. Perfect. Oh my gosh, the tech side of things, y'all, the tech side of things. Even though I'm a tech queen, this is still, my goodness. It's kicking my ass today. Oops. Hope you don't have small children around. All right. Okay. I'm gonna Here's the link to the event room so I can screen share. Okay. Said I would start at 8. I'm late. Late for my own thing. Might as well do an Instagram story while y'all are getting on here. Okay. 3 requests. Ah! Oh my gosh! I didn't even realize there was another section of my... I didn't even realize there was another section of my thing. So I'm sorry. As y'all are coming in here, I am going through my inbox, realizing that I missed a whole bunch of people who have been like, hey, do you do websites? Hey, I want to join this course. Hey, I want to do this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I need to hire someone to check my Instagram inbox for me because I suck at it. Apologize. I didn't see this before now. But be rescheduled for tonight, and it's about to start. There are no questions. Just okay. Oh my goodness, it never ends. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna do an Instagram story real quick and check and make sure that everyone is getting in here because it seems all right. I'll do this. Okay. I think we're in the right place. I think everybody is starting to see it. If you're in here and you are early. My hair is a little crazy, but at the water park all day. I literally just got back, still in my swimsuits, just literally still in my swimsuit cover up thing. So it's like, oh, okay. Okay. Just waiting. All right, they are figuring it out. I'm gonna be rude and I'm gonna eat some popcorn because I'm hungry. So we'll be back to that in a second. Oh my God. Probably like the worst thing ever to eat. A peanut butter cracker live on air. I'm so sorry if you hear me chewing. I'll put it down. This is interesting. Oh, choose files. Cool. Hang around with the link section. That's fun. For chat message or link. The Great. Here we go. Oh my god. Hello, Tim. Hello, Carrie. It's you, Carrie. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I was wondering. Okay. So much better. What if I unmute you? Okay. All right, Carrie. I won't keep you waiting anymore. Thank you for being prompt. I'm so sorry. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I don't know what I'm doing. So I am going to get started, and then I will just stay here. Okay. Bear with me a second as I. Oh no. Okay. Canva. I just have to log into my. What are you doing, Carrie? By the way, how is your summer going? All right. That's good. Do you have any trips, any vacations planned? My screen share here is loading, so the internet here in the hotel is pretty slow. So if it kicks us out, I hope it doesn't. Okay. I'm going to come back in here. Put my mic in. Okay. Oh, you had your vacation in May when you went out to, did you just go now out west, like Colorado? That looked so beautiful. Oh, it must be nice too, but like weird. Grand Canyon. Okay. Grand Canyon, Utah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, the presentation is loading. Texas, is it weird having, empty nest and now you have what, probably a lot more time to travel? Nope. Nope, it's not weird. Oh, that is too funny. Okay. All right, it is finally loaded here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have everything squared away. That's too funny. Nope. Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn on the screen share, and I think my face is probably going to pop down. I've traveled a lot with my boyfriend. Oh, that's really sweet. You look very happy. You look happy. Happy. Yes, you are absolutely welcome. Okay, here we go. Let's figure this out. Screen share. There we go. Share. Whoa, all right. You are sharing, yes. Present to everyone. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pop back in and just check the chat so you can let me know if you are seeing this, because as soon as I exit out of this Hangouts, it goes away. So were you seeing my screen, the Become a Website Designer? So when I do this, are you able to see that? I'm just making sure. Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stay in this window now. My face is going to disappear. So this is the Become a Website Designer presentation. I hopefully will have y'all to bed at a reasonable hour here. So yeah, so website design is just, it's really awesome. And it has a very special place in my heart because of the freedom and flexibility that it allows, especially even it's just like, even if you don't want to own your own business, or you don't want to join a home-based business opportunity, this is a legitimate business, not that the other ones aren't. But this is just, a different way to earn an income. So as a website designer, you can enjoy flexible business and more family time. This is especially great for parents with young children, military spouses, empty nesters. It can complement a current business, supplement an income, or it can absolutely replace a full-time job. One of the things that I love is that you have the freedom to design your day. Like, for example, we decided last night at, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, I had some extra money coming in, unexpected. It was just residual income that I earn, from hosting sites or just doing jobs and things like that. I do have multiple streams of income. So we just decided, you know what, we're gonna up and go to the hotel, and we did. And so I got in about 30 minutes before this presentation started and just put on some lipstick and called it a day. One of the most amazing things is that there's no long commute to work. You have more freedom to pursue leisure activities, and you can take vacations when you want to. Like, there's so many entrepreneurs who go into business and they have their own businesses, but yet they are tied to the location where their business is at. So literally, as a website designer, anywhere that you can get Wi-Fi and you have a laptop, you can do your work. It's an extremely lucrative opportunity. It's absolutely possible, and I will show you how. So one of the things that I say here in the catchphrase is earn $1,495 per month, even with no prior experience. And this is absolutely not an exaggeration. We'll get into that in a second, but think of this. So even one very simple website, so for myself, I can do one of these sites in about an hour. And just to let you know, it's taken me 10 years to get there. But even if it took you 20 hours to do one client website per month, okay? Just imagine that 20 hours a month at $1,495. There are very, very few other opportunities out there that will provide that kind of right now income. And that is just the beginning. I lowballed it because I didn't want people to think, it was unbelievable. It is possible. Even if you work 20 hours a week, and depending on the complexity of the skill, it is extremely possible to earn $40,000 plus per month as a website designer. I know this because I know people who do, and I absolutely could earn that much, but I have chosen to go down the educator route for right now. So it's just the beginning. Legal disclaimer though here, even though that amount is on the low end of website design and entirely reasonable, I can make no guarantees of income or level of success. As with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, background, business experience, dedication, and level of desire. And yes, legally, I had to read that entire disclaimer to you. So here we go. What we're going to cover, I always like to set the intention. There are key discussion points. And by the way, even though I can't see the comments right now, if at any time as I'm going through this, if something pops into your mind, just type it in the chat. And then once I exit out of this screen, I can kind of go back and go through them in order. And I'm going to open up the live Q&A at the end. So what we're going to cover is why website design, how to get started, like, what do you need? How is this possible? Even if you've never designed a website, you know nothing about it. Information on the Becoming a Website Designer course, because yes, while you will be getting valuable information that you could go out and apply, I will also be giving you the opportunity to join the course, where I will be personally teaching and mentoring those who are curious about this and want to get started, and how to earn $1,495 each month minimum. That's one client a month on average. So, and I did put a special little bonus offer in at the end, and it is valid even if you don't sign up for the course. I am always trying to provide more value for free than most would charge for. So, like I said, there's a bonus, and I hope you will be more excited about the bonus than Ben Affleck here in this video. I was going through gifts, and this one just like freaking cracked me up. So I hope you stick around till the end, and you will also be receiving early access to my brand new business resource library, which is a $197 value, just as a way of saying thank you for attending. So a little bit, I always like to introduce myself in case it's been a while, in case you're a friend of a friend, in case you are a random internet or Instagram stranger or whatever. So who am I? My name is Sarah Michaels. I'm a mom of 4. I've been a full-time traveler and digital nomad since March of 2018. And I have to say, none of that or this lifestyle, my husband doesn't have a job. I shouldn't say that. He doesn't have a traditional job. We have partnered together. We are able to homeschool our kids, travel around, take the summers off and vacation, and literally none of this would have been possible if I were not on this path. So there's that. I'm a former military spouse of nearly 5 years. The military community has a very special place in my heart. As a spouse, I'm a former military spouse, I know how hard it was to find a good paying job. It was very, very challenging because if you're moving around so much. So anyways, it's one of the reasons that I'm teaching this too, is to kind of give back and teach others how to do it. I believe in living life by design. And I think I've been given a gift. I consider my life and my lifestyle an amazing gift. And one of the ways that I have chosen to give back, I felt very strongly that I needed to teach others how to do this. I think once you get out of something and once you have freedom, it's almost a responsibility to turn back around and help others out too. So that's why I am switching from the path I was on into more of the teaching thing. I am a college dropout, course creator, self-proclaimed co-creating queen, brand strategist, and business mentor, blah, blah, blah. Also the black sheep of my family. So there's that. And very, very soon we will be moving back down to Destin, Florida, and I cannot wait. We are getting what I call a crash condo, and very soon I will be sitting in one of these chairs coming to you live. So it's going to be awesome. What makes me qualified to even talk to you? There's a lot of people out there, and I appreciate that you're here. And with all the things you have going on, why should I get an hour of your time? So I'm going to try to run through the list right here. I was featured in Success from Home magazine. I built an international organization. Let's see here. Head of marketing and social media for a local tourism bureau. At one point, I was one in the top 100 out of 50,000 in my company. I was recently featured by Sandy Krakowski, who was a top 20 Forbes influencer. I was interviewed 2 times on the Danny Johnson Show. I have the 0 to 10K in 90 days method, where I teach others how to create and grow their businesses really fast in my accelerator. I have clients and students now all over the world, recognized as a certified website design expert and partner. I'm a certified creative, and I helped a local community group increase their membership. So another thing is I've been personally mentored by 4 internet marketing multimillionaires, and at the moment I have 6, 7, and 8-figure mentors and coaches. I am a lifelong learner and committed to investing in myself so that I can give my best knowledge to others. But looking at all of this, I had to sit here. It was hard for me to come up with this because it's sometimes you forget, what you've done. You're like, I don't know. You feel like you haven't accomplished anything, right? And then when you really have to sit down and write it out, it's like, oh, shoot, I have done some things. So, but you know what? If you looked at me a few years ago, you would have never thought that that was the path I would have been on. I was pregnant at 19, but that was the silver lining, that once I had my son, I realized I did not want to put him in daycare, and I was willing to do anything to be home with him. Like I said, I was a military spouse and unable to get work because I only had entry-level education and employment knowledge, and we were moving so frequently. It's very challenging for military spouses without an education to get a good paying job, unless you only want to get paid like $8 or $9 an hour. And then I experienced a turning point moment, which was like, there are these moments in your life. I can think of like 3 to 4 of them where it's like truly a turning point moment. So I was a military spouse, and I was invited to a local like business thing. I'll just call it, there is like a little party. Okay. And that is the moment I met someone and it changed my life. She did this thing, an exercise that I now do with my personal clients and my students inside my High Vibe Mastermind or my coaching clients, and it's called the dreams versus income. So the thing is, I met Lisa. I will always remember her. She had this like spiky hair and she had green nails, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but she was successful in business for herself. Okay. And she was the first person that I'd ever met that had been a successful entrepreneur. And you could just tell she had this way about her. She did not worry about money. Like, you could just tell. She also later became my first mentor. And she was the first person to ever sit down and ask me about some of my dreams and goals. So here we were in this stranger's house, and I'm a dreamer. Like, I have had big dreams since I was 5 years old. My teacher was like, what do you want to be? And I'm like, I want to be a millionaire and own the lake. She was like, well, you've got to pick something real. So I settled on nurse because I wanted to help people. But so I had these dreams, right? And I could just rattle them off. Like y'all, I have a dream board that is like 3 feet by 5 feet. Okay. Like, I carry that thing everywhere with me. So this is just a very small sample of that. So I'm telling her like all of these dreams, and she had the sheet of paper, and she told me to write down all of them and like to do this thing where I had to like assign a number to each of my dreams. I'd never done this before. Okay. So it was like, well, how much would it cost to live in Florida? How much would a lake house cost? How much would it cost to go on this vacation or do this or this or this? Okay. So I had all these goals. And then she said, now I want you to draw a circle on this piece of paper representing how big your dreams are. And I literally laughed at her, and I was like, yeah, probably bigger than this sheet of paper. So I drew this huge circle around all my dreams on that sheet of paper. And then she asked me the second question, and I was no longer laughing. She asked me, she said, if you were to draw a comparison circle next to this dream circle to represent, would that circle be? Here's what it looks like. Now, honestly, it probably would have been even smaller than that, but like, I had to blow up this just so it was visible on the presentation. My current income circle would have been so much smaller. I was barely making $8 an hour, and my dreams were huge. They are huge. And she asked me another question, and it made me feel like I'd been sucker punched in the gut and left me with a knot, completely sick, but also made me face reality. When I say reality, like, I came face to face with my potential future for the first time ever. And I honestly think that this should be a required question in every single high school or college. She asked me, at your current earning and annual income level, how long would it take you to achieve your goals? I just got off a roller coaster today. Like, I was riding Hades, and you know how you feel when you get to the top and you're in that wooden roller coaster and it's like click, 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 right? And then it kind of like clicks and stops, and you get up to the top and you're like, oh, sugar plums, you're at the top. That is literally how I felt when she asked me that. I felt like my stomach had just dropped out and I had this huge lump in my throat. I'd never faced reality like that before. And like I said, I believe that that is a question that every single person should have the opportunity to be asked and to answer at least once in their life. And in that moment, it was like the heavens opened up. I'm not even kidding you. And I experienced, if you've ever seen The Good Place with Kristen Bell, oh my God, it cracks me up. What she would call a holy mother forking shirt balls, life altering epiphany on the sofa in a stranger's house. That's Lisa. Lisa was my fairy godmother. I realized that at the current rate, there was no way I would be traveling for months on end. It was like, no way, that's never going to happen. My dream was to live in Florida for like 7 months out of the year and travel for the other 5, which, by the way, is something that in a couple of months, I will be able to say that we achieved. I would never be able to afford multiple mortgages, pay for my kids' college, or anything really beyond their necessity, or 99% of the dreams in my circle. And I would likely never be financially free. And it took me a second to answer her. And I kind of just like sat there in this like dumbfounded, haze, because I was like, I don't know. But instead of saying, I don't know, I wanted to answer honestly. Like, I wanted to be honest with myself. I believe that is one of the best things that you can do. Even if you lie to other people, don't ever lie to yourself. And I said, honestly, I'm like, probably not until I'm 75, if ever. And then she asked me another question, and this question changed my life. And I'm not kidding you, changed my life. And I say that, if you ever read in the Bible, and like, I'm not being super biblical here, but there is that biblical story where it's like Paul or Saul or something on the road, and he has this light and the, angel or whatever. That's what it felt like, because Lisa said, you're a dreamer. There's something about you. I totally think you're meant for more. I believe you have the potential to make this happen, but tell me, what are you going to do? Are you going to shrink your dreams, or are you going to grow your income? Oh my gosh. I'd never been asked that in high school. I'd never been asked that in college. It never even occurred to me that there was opportunity or possibility beyond student debt, beyond the 9 to 5, beyond just settling for less, just settling. Okay. It never literally occurred to me until that moment. And in an instant, this is what I answered. I said, grow my income. There wasn't even a gap. It was like, she asked and I was like, grow my income, because it was a no-brainer. It was a knee-jerk response and what I call my truest desire. And in that instant, I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know anything, right? Like, I had no skills. I'm a college dropout. Okay. I had a kid when I'm 19. All I knew was that I was taking the path of controlling my own financial future. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I don't know, because I can find someone who knows. And no matter what, in that moment, I promised myself, I am not back on my dreams. I am not going to settle and shrink my income. So my income is going to have to grow, baby, because this mama wants to travel and I want to be on a beach in Florida sipping Mai Tais and looking out my window at the ocean waves. Like, that's what I want. And so here, like, but beyond all of that, and this is where I'm going with this. I know you're probably like, this is a website design presentation. Like, what the heck? Just bear with me here, because here's the thing. Website design and this course, it may not be the right fit for you. Okay. And that's totally, totally okay. But here at the core and the heart of what I want to do is, my true desire and mission is to support you. Okay. Support your dreams and desires, give you the tips, training, and resources so that you can design a vibrant life and thriving business. And better yet, to know that it's possible. There's so many people out there. Okay. 98% of people around you are settling. Okay. So there's not a lot of light people in the world. And I'm here to inspire you to just do something, even if it's not this. I want you to promise me that even if you end this, and even if we are not the right fit or this isn't for you, I just want you to go out there and create the life of your dreams. Okay. So there it is. And then I came across a statistic. So literally within days of meeting Lisa, I was opening up to this whole new world of possibility. I came across a statistic. 98% of the population will end up dead or dead broke by the age of 65, meaning they will be dependent on the government to get them by, like Social Security, whatever, Medicaid, you name it. The thing is, you know, for me, it's like, I don't know if that's going to be there when I come to, and you know what? I remember when the retirement age was 55, and I kid you not, I go into Jimmy John's today, because, oh my God, Jimmy John's is like my guilty pleasure. It's ridiculous. And there's this little old lady in there, and I just happened to ask her, like, how old are you? You want to know how freaking old she is? She's 74, and her husband died, so she has to go back to work. And it was like, my God, I am not going to be one of them, okay? Like, only 2% will achieve financial freedom. I want to be in the 2%, and I want to take as many people as I can with me. So here's the thing. I knew how I wanted my life to look, and I quickly realized the 9 to 5 was not the path to get there. Okay, so once I, you know, I realized I'm at a fork in the road. I had a choice here. It was like, okay, I started to think, well, I don't know if business is for me. Maybe I should just go back to college. Okay, that's what I started to look at. And then when I did the calculations, I'm a numbers person. So as much as I'm like spontaneous and I like all that spontaneity stuff, I'm super motivated by numbers, and I love that stuff. So I sat down, I did the calculations, and I realized that even if I went into my field of study and I graduated, I had this whole like complex thing. It took me hours. I calculated cost of living, cost of housing, amount of, you know, debt that I would be in, if I got an average house and had a mortgage and had 2 kids, etc. I figured out that even if I had an aggressive debt payoff plan, I would not be debt-free until I was 53. Okay? Like, that was insane. Like, all the things that, and it didn't even take into calculation any of my dreams. And here's the thing. Here is what's accepted by society. College, student debt, spending massive amounts of money and going in debt just to learn how to stay in a 9 to 5. But yet somehow, like, really by society, it's weird if you want to start a business or if you want to invest like in comparison to student debt, a very minimal amount into a mentor and learning the skills to create a business or become free. It's kind of like a weird taboo thing. And it really, really shocked me that I could spend $35,000. That's how much my education cost me for college. I went into massive debt, which I'm just now paying all of my loans off thanks to my business. For a college education, I never even used. But people around me, when I chose business, I started investing. People, my friends, my family, they were like freaking out when I invested nearly $5,000 into learning from a multimillionaire mentor. Like, they were like, oh my God, they're being scammed, like blah, blah. Like, they were flippin'-ish, okay? But this is what I knew. This is the kind of life that I wanted. I desired freedom, flexibility, stability, and quickly realized it did not exist in the corporate world. The corporate income method, I don't know if you know this is what it's called. It's actually called linear income, meaning you work, you get paid, you don't work, you don't get paid. Pretty standard. There's a type of income called non-linear income. It's actually residual income. That's what I'm learning, and I have created in my own business. Now I'm just going to work on creating it at larger scales and increasing amounts. And that's how you become financially free. You do not become financially free through linear income and the traditional method. Slaving away for little pay, cap on your earning potential, and really like what, 2 weeks of vacation a year? So here's my philosophy. If you can't find something and it's what you're looking for, maybe you're meant to create it. So I set out to create my own dream job and be in control of my finances. And I took the advice of society, the education system, my family, friends. I ripped it up and lit it on fire, because here's what everyone was telling me. And it's amazing how when you start to do something different, how everybody in your life who's settled, who's comfortable, who's doing things the normal way, they will tell you, they'll come out of the woodwork to tell you, go back to college and get a degree or get a real job, or you don't know what you're doing, you need employer security, like blah, blah, blah. Okay, people have no opinion until you start to go against the grain. But luckily for me, I am pretty thick-skinned, don't really care what other people think, and I knew that becoming an entrepreneur was my destiny. So instead of going to college, I joined my first company, invested in my skills, found my first mentors, and discovered the world of personal development. And I just decided that whatever I needed to figure out, I would just figure it out. I had the desire to do things differently, and I was committed to learning from people who'd done it. Like Marie Forleo says, everything is figure outable. So here was me in my first company. I was the top 100 out of 50,000. I built an international organization, was featured in Success from Home magazine. Hello. And I built my business all online and through my website and social media. But what people didn't know and they didn't see was that behind the scenes, I had actually invested in 2 mentors who had the skills I needed for success. And it actually cost me about $10,000. I started being personally mentored by an internet marketing expert. This guy, his name is Jeff Usner. He was featured on ABC's hit show Secret Millionaire. I was part of a private course, and one of the few to be mentored inside it. He was teaching internet marketing secrets and like things about building websites. Anyways, long story short, he's now retired. You can't even find him. I'm pretty sure he lives on a beach somewhere. He no longer teaches, and none of his books or content or courses is available. So everything that he taught me is what I applied to my business, and it's why my website and my social media took off. So I was working my company, which I believe, here's the thing, I believe that if you're just getting started and you don't have any marketable skills, starting out in a home-based business or a network marketing company, it's not a bad thing. They get a bad rap, but you know what? I was making income, and on the side through the years, as I was working in my company, website design was just something I did for fun, and I was making extra money on the side. So when I just got started, though, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, my clients' websites, don't get me wrong. Like, I used everything that he had taught me to build my own successful business, and I was doing it for other people. But I thought, I need a fancy degree. I'm not certified. I didn't go to college for this. There was just so many unknowns that were holding me back. And I just didn't even really know that becoming a website designer was like really possible. And then I have what I call my silver lining moment. I experienced a rocky divorce. I moved back home to central Wisconsin. I had 2 kids. I was pregnant and single. So in my moment of vulnerability, I gave in to the good advice, quote unquote, good advice from family and friends. And I went out and quote unquote, got a real job. I ended up working for a local tourism bureau that worked in a prestigious world-class destination Gulf community. We're talking like hobnobbing with the billionaire and millionaire types and like celebrities and stuff like that. That is what I did, but I couldn't talk about it because they were celebrities. So anyways, it was a pretty cool job. I got paid to take trips and travel, although it wasn't the kind of travel that I thought it would be, like, because you had to work and you didn't really get free time. I attended conferences that were paid for where I also learned a lot. I got to work with wealthy businesses and see how they operated, how the executives thought, and how they handled their marketing. And I learned a lot of valuable lessons. And even though I was only hired with the title of marketing assistant, I was actually doing the job of head of marketing, social media and content manager, copywriter, graphic designer, ad manager, and essentially acting as an executive director. But I was only getting paid $15.75 to do it. And everyone around me told me to be happy because remember, I'm a college dropout, and it should have been good pay for me. It was double what I would have gotten paid in an entry-level position anywhere else. And they told me that I had a dream job, but somehow it didn't really feel like I was living the dream. See, in my business, I had already experienced a taste of freedom, and this wasn't it. I felt like they were literally just figuring out how to pay me like the least amount of money, but yet they wanted me to do the most amount of work. Am I right? Like, it's like, what the heck? And I just, inside of that job, I felt like my skills weren't being properly valued. And yeah, I was blowing up their social media page, like it just grew like crazy. And at the end of the day, even if I did my job the best, okay, like even if I was the best marketer for tourism and I grew their page, it was like, so what? Like, what is my skills actually being put to use for? Because essentially I'm just, making more money for these people, and I'm just convincing more people to come here and go golfing. And honestly, I was desiring, as a spiritual entrepreneur, something deeper and more fulfilling. Not to mention, even though I was quote unquote living the dream with the dream job, I was paying $1,200 for daycare for my daughter. Summer times would have cost $2,200 for all 4 of our kids to be in daycare full time. I rarely saw them more than 4 hours a day. I had little to no vacation time, and sometimes I was traveling for 7 to 13 days at a time. And part of my job, I will say, was to manage the website content. Since I'd been doing websites on the side, I also designed 3 websites for the Tourism Bureau while I was there. And I only charged and I only got paid $15.75 an hour, which was my hourly rate. So it took me 16 hours to design the site, a total of $252 for a website that today has generated nearly $5,000 worth of leads. I designed a $10,000 website for $252. It's why I teach people how to position and charge the right amount and find your market. And just to let you know, it is still generating leads to this day. So then I was instructed to go out and gather website quotes for a website redesign for the Tourism Bureau. I spent nearly 4 weeks vetting design agencies, going back and forth between quotes and proposals. The quotes I got back design ranged from $15,000 to $75,000. I learned that the previous website that they had cost them nearly $10,000, even though the website totally sucked. And they ended up settling on a designer who lowballed an offer and got accepted for $6,000. But he did happen to be affiliated with the manager of the golf course. So that's why they gave him that website. And I had another holy mother forking shirt balls epiphany moments. I had to sit there and write and sign the proposal contract and issue the checkout to the website designer. And this is how I freaking felt. I was like, no, like, you ever have that? Oh my God. That $6,000 could have easily gone to me. I was a better designer. My sites performed better, and he was using a Squarespace platform, and yet he was the one getting paid. In that moment, it shattered all of my old beliefs of thinking that I had to use WordPress or have a fancy degree to be a real designer, or that somehow I was less of a designer because I was using a drag and drop editor. So 2 weeks later on my birthday, I quit my job and followed my heart back into entrepreneurialism. By Felicia. So here were the 3 revelations I had about website design after my job in tourism. Number 1, there was a hot market, like hot. Businesses and people had the money, were willing to pay, and now I knew how to find them. My sites were as good and better than, I will say, 90% of the other professionals out there. And now I knew how to position my sites and close the sales to make money. I used the skills I learned as an entrepreneur. And the third revelation I had was that I could be a kick-ass website designer, and I already had everything I needed to succeed. So now, for kind of like the technical side of building a website design business, I'll try to keep it fun, a little entertaining. You guys, the opportunity is out there. 46% of small businesses do not have a website. These statistics are current. 36% use a website as part of their strategy and to communicate with potential customers, okay? Do you see how much this leaves? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is like 64% or something like that. When I look at this number, I don't see the amount that's using a website to communicate. I see the amount that isn't. 64% is not using their website to communicate with potential customers. That's crazy. And 697,000 new businesses are created each year. That's over 500,000 businesses that need a website. Why couldn't you be one of the designers for them? So here's the thing. There's a couple different services that you can offer. So here are just some ideas on how to earn income. You can do website audits. So I can show you like, okay, here's how you can look at a website and give recommendations. That's kind of like a consultant. As a consultant, even as a newbie, you could earn anywhere from $500 to $1,500 to consult. That is what I charge when I do a website audit. It's $1,500. You can earn money by doing like pre-styled basic websites. And here is what we charge and what I teach people how to charge. And then here is what you can get paid for your custom websites. So anything like 5 pages or up, $5,000. If they want an e-commerce store, so you'd simply have to add a few products to their shop, $8,000. Okay, so here's the thing, like a lot of people always ask, well, don't I have to know code in order to website design? 10 to 15 years ago, in order to be a website designer, you had to know code. This is kind of what it looked like. When I first got started with coding, by the way, I was like 8 years old, 8 or 9. And my grandpa, who is a computer programmer, gave me one of his old laptops. So I started coding when I was 8 or 9. And then I actually built layouts for MySpace and Blogger. But you know what? This was a pain in the butt. Okay, so this is not easy. Like here's what's so much easier. This is how you had to edit websites before. Really, really pain in the butt. You had to like enter in the dimensions. Now, this is what it is. If you can do Tetris, okay? If you know how to move a mouse, this is how you edit websites now. It is crazy. This, what you're looking at right here, is called a drag and drop editor. And I'm going to tell you the platform that I now use because I've designed on all of them. So that's what's called a drag and drop platform. Okay, so it makes it so simple to design without coding. Okay, a bunch of people realized, hey, this is a pain in the butt. We should start our own platform where what they did was every one of these elements here is coded so that you can just go click on this and like, oh, I'm just going to add a post or I'm just going to add an image. All of this runs off of code. So someone else did all the work. They turned it into a template, and now we just get to move it around without having to touch code ever, unless you want to. Okay, the platform that I use does have the ability to code. They do have that. You can switch on developer mode and enable it, but most people are like, why would I do that when it's just so much simpler not to? So the fact that these people went out and created drag and drop editors, which there are a couple, it totally opened up the field of opportunity, but most people don't even realize it. And here's the other thing. Most clients don't want to deal with the tech at all or update their content or their website. So another way you can earn money is to charge a recurring monthly client retainer ranging from $150 to $500 to simply host their content and help them update simple things so they don't have to. So even 3 retainer clients coming in for $250 a month, which is pretty standard. That's about what I charge right now. That's $750 per month in nearly passive income. So even if you have 3 retainer clients, chances are they're not going to be doing enough requiring enough edits per month to, like, even if you had to edit, that would probably take you less than 4 hours. So 4 hours for $750, that's a pretty fair deal. So no, here's the next thing. Once you are like, yes, this sounds amazing. How do I pick my platform? I'm going to kind of walk you through these. So WordPress is the original gangster. It's what most people will still tell you you need to use to have a website design business. And it's previously what I thought. And that is not true. So see, WordPress, think of it kind of like when the fax machine was, it was hot and like in the 80s or 90s or whatever. Or those, oh my gosh, those like big freaking car phones they used to have. Okay, WordPress is kind of like a really big clunky car phone. Like, why would you still use that and have it if you can just have a smartphone? Okay, these platforms right here These are the smartphones. And out of all of them, I now use, this is what I use. So there's Blogger, there's Weebly, which is another drag and drop. There's Squarespace. Squarespace is another really popular one. And it's okay. It's not horrible. I've designed on all of them. And now exclusively what I use is Wix. And it's what I teach the course on. So it's what you'll be learning. You don't, and that's kind of nice. Like, you don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to learn all these platforms. Like, no. What I recommend, even if you don't sign up for the course and you just, you know, want to go off on your own and like try to figure this thing out, here's my tip. Pick one platform and focus on honing your skills there. It's better to become an expert at one thing because you'll increase your skill, which means you can charge more. It's better to become an expert at one thing than to be mediocre at many things. There's a little wisdom drop. So here's why I recommend Wix. It's an all-in-one platform. Okay, I'll give you a little tour here. I don't want to go too in depth into this, but here's the thing. Not only is Wix a website design platform, okay? It's one business solution, and that is highly marketable for you. I'm going to teach you how to use this aspect to market this to your clients, okay? Because not only can they have a website, they can have customer management, okay? They can have, here it is, here's everything they offer. Chat, forms, inbox, contact list, invoices, price quotes, membership, automations, workflows, task reminders. They have a video maker, email marketing, integrations, coupons. Like, it is ridiculous what Wix offers. It is absolutely ridiculous. And that is why I teach my designers how to use Wix, because it's going to put everybody else off the market. And when you have Wix, you are able to position yourself higher and charge more because it offers more value to your clients. So here's what you'll be learning. And again, it's really, it's so simple. If you're looking at all the things it offers and you're like, oh my God, no, really, like, it's just right here. So like, I could be like, oh, I want to add, you know, I'm a hairstylist. I'm going to add my services. There it is. You just enter your service. Well, it's taking forever to load, but you get it. It's really simple. I don't want you to look at this and feel overwhelmed. It's really simple to learn. Customer management, workflow and automation, and a payment portal. As Wix designer, you will also have a Wix website. Okay, so you'll be able to do all of the things that you'll be doing for your customers. You'll be able to manage your clients, send out quotes and accept payments, and I'll show you how to do all of it inside of the course. Another really awesome thing is that they have professional stock photos integrated right into their platform. Okay, because as a designer, that used to be one of the biggest things, was you would have had to have a Shutterstock membership, which ranges from like, you can charge by the photo, or it's like thousands and thousands of dollars. So now you don't have to do that. Inside of Wix, it's all right in here. So see, this is all where everything's at. A blog, a calendar, store orders, products. It's all right in there. Okay. So they also, this is another question I get from people is, well, what about like the SEO? Like, don't I need WordPress to do SEO? Okay. So imagine you have like 3 cars at the beginning of a go-kart track. Okay. And they're like all exactly this. And I wanted to test, which here's what I'm getting at. Wix has an SEO wizard. One of the biggest things your clients are going to ask, even if they don't know what SEO is or how, is like, well, what about SEO, or does Wix have good SEO? I tested 3 of the exact same websites on all of the different platforms. Okay, so I tested it on Squarespace, Weebly, WordPress, and Wix. It was the same website, same content, same everything, just different platforms. My Wix website did the best. Okay, so when you're interested in becoming a website designer, you're like, okay, yeah, what do I need to get started? It's pretty simple. You need a laptop and a Wix account, Wi-Fi, and skills or ability, which if you sign up for the course, you will have all of that inside of there. Literally, if I can do this, so can you. In the past 3 years since getting started, I was recognized and featured as a certified Wix expert. I've been a featured designer, invited by the platform to become a partner, and I actually do some training inside of Wix to other designers. I built a steady stream of income based on referrals and word of mouth, and I will teach you how to use your network to do that. And I'm now part of an exclusive community of experts. And now I'm teaching other people how to use website design to build their businesses. Here is the bottom line. If you're like, this all sounds really cool, but I don't know if I can find people or whatever, here it is. There are businesses out there who need this service. You can learn how to do it and you can make money. I spent way too long overthinking it and undercharging. And honestly, I should add that in there because I did. So the bottom line is undercharging. People need your skill. So either you sell them your services or someone else will. That's like my favorite rhyme. That's my favorite. So as a website designer, you have two options. You can figure it out yourself, which is what I had to do. It took me some years. It's the free method. Chances are it'll probably take years. And honestly, most people quit because they feel overwhelmed and see zero paycheck. Or you can find someone who's done it and learn from them. And honestly, this is like my favorite method of learning. If there's anything I'm looking how to do, I'm just like, who's done it? How can I hire them? So it's minimal investment with maximum return on investment. Okay, I focus on getting my designers your first paycheck. It'll put you on the fast track to success. Take years off of the learning curve. Oh my gosh. And literally success is a recipe. So why try to recreate it when you can follow what's already working? So now into the website designer course, you will learn how to design. Okay, so not only do you're going to receive this course, but you'll also get access to my own personal Style It Yourself course where I teach you, okay, here's how you add this element. Here's how you find a photo. Here's how you do this, like all of the things. The other thing I teach is, this is a big one, like how do I find clients? Right? Like, well, how does that work? How to find clients and market your services and go through the whole process and get paid. And then the back end, behind the scenes, business, technical, legal stuff that I never thought about when I first got started. So here is just an example statement. This is possible. Okay, like this is what could be showing up in your bank account. Okay, like this is legit. Some of the other topics we're going to cover in the course, what to charge and how to confidently sell premium priced sites. Because like you know, as you saw, when I was first doing it, I was maybe charging $250 to $500, like absolutely tops for a website. I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to position myself. I didn't know any of that. So that's what I teach. I teach the 30-day path to profits and finding your first paying client, because that's the goal, to get that first money in your pocket within 30 days is the goal. We go over the clients, contracts, legal stuff, how to purchase your own website, name, setting up the tech side of your business, all of my templates and the exact scripts I use to close sales and how to actually get paid. We go through the whole process of like how to sign your first client, position your services and sites to outbid the competition even as a complete newbie. You also get private access to the student-only Facebook group. So that's not this group. This group is kind of like the free info group. The other group is like the legit, this is where we're going to connect with only the students. You get lifetime access to the course modules, which are hosted on my Teachable platform. Okay, and we'll be doing the course live, so they will be all listed here. You will receive any updates to the course in the future. So if I ever re-record, add more value, you get the whole shebang. You receive a separate login and password support, 1 weekly live coaching call and Q&A session per week. We'll go over any of your questions. If you're like, how do I do this or that? Like, we will do all that. And you'll receive a certificate at the end of the course. So here's some of what you receive inside the course. You get your own site, okay? It's pre-styled and the tutorials on how to set it up. access to the Style It Yourself course where you're going to learn how to design. By the way, you can also, here's another avenue. I'm really passionate about helping my students and clients and community create residual recurring revenue and multiple streams of income. I believe in multiple streams of income. So what I did was I actually offered an affiliate program. So if you know anyone who's interested and maybe they're like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want you to design for me, you can offer them the Style It Yourself course. And if they sign up, you make money as a course affiliate, which is pretty cool. You get access to the Business Basics Academy. I go through a mini course on how to design graphics. So this is the platform that I make graphics on. You're watching this right now on the screen. So I'm going to do a just really brief a mini course on how to, crash course on how to do it and how to create your own logo. So the logos are in here. You can create a logo in like half an hour, which is pretty awesome. So we'll go over defining your dream client and social media 101. So here's some of the support. I think I went over. I'm also giving you a month of free access to my private coaching community after the course ends. So once the course ends and we're no longer doing like the weekly live Q&A sessions in the Facebook group, then in order to just kind of give you that little bit of extra support, I'll give you the link so you can activate 1 month free inside my private coaching community, because I go live once a week in there and I answer any questions. Also, if you are more of a one-on-one person, I know there's a lot of people that always ask about this. I am going to open up a limited number of one-on-one slots. So if you're fine with just like the course and, the weekly things, that's great. If you're someone who needs that little bit of extra support, please let me know after you enroll and we can talk about like the coaching options for that. A lot of my one-on-one coaching is already filled up, but I would have room for like maybe 1 or 2 more before October. Other than that, I'm pretty booked. So refer and earn. You take the course, you graduate, you love it, you want to share it. We have an ambassador program. So as a course graduate, okay, this is available to graduates, it's kind of like an incentive to complete it, right? You receive a 25% cash referral commission. So anyone who ends up taking the course because of you, because you referred them, you receive that as a paycheck. And I think I don't even remember how much it was but it's a pretty decent chunk, okay? Like it'll just kind of help you make back some of your investment. And a lot of digital courses and products do not offer this, but I give a 14-day money back guarantee. I am confident that I can equip you with the skills and know-how to be a successful website designer. However, if you get in the course, you do the work inside of the 14 days and you're just like, you know what, whatever, this isn't for me, myself and my team will evaluate whether to offer additional one-on-one coaching if we're like, yes, you just aren't getting it or it's not clicking, or whether maybe it's just not right for you. So the support and one-on-one coaching would come at no cost to you. Or if we kind of evaluate, we will just simply give you a full refund, no questions asked, okay? So this should hopefully eliminate some of the fear of, actually taking the course. So here's the student criteria and recipe for success. The one thing that I found, if you want to succeed, if you want to earn or do anything different, is you just simply must have the desire. Be willing to learn and ready to invest in yourself and your skills. These 3 qualities are what make the most successful of my clients and students above anything else. It doesn't matter like what skills they come into my courses or my coaching program with. None of that matters. All that matters is that they have the desire, that they're willing, and they're ready. And those types of students and clients are the ones that see massive results and financial breakthroughs. So if you are ready to fast track your success, I can't tell you how long it took me to find all of this. This is like, I don't know, a third of the courses I've taken throughout the past, 10 years or something as an entrepreneur. Yeah. I've invested $50,000 into my entrepreneurial website design, marketing, and internet education. And inside of my course, what this literally is a fast track to success. You can steal my secrets in the Becoming a Website Designer course. You get my 10 years of knowledge and expertise, and also like my business consulting and strategy side of it in a course without having to spend years or $50,000 to get there. It's literally like having my brain on tap. Like all of this into the course. So what's included? All of the bonuses we went over above, defining dream client, a lot of live coaching calls with me. I don't think people realize this is what I'm doing lately, okay? So throughout the duration of this course, I'm doing live Q&A weekly calls, okay? So they'll probably be about an hour long. Normally, this is something I'm charging my one-on-one like clients, like my personal coaching clients, something they would be charging $4,495 to access this, like literally. I'm not kidding. I did consider turning this entire program into a $10,000 like coaching only program and like less. Yeah. So I was kicking that around, but I couldn't. I was like, you know what? We're going to do something different. And, oh yes, this is the most exciting part. So since I'm going to be recording the content and the modules live, which I'm then going to turn into a pre-recorded self-paced course, you'll be working with me and attending the course like live as we go through it together. And this is previously training that I've only done for my own team members and personally trained designers. And like I said above, like just for a comparison, for those of you who don't know like what I'm doing lately, as you know, I've moved more into like consulting and coaching, and taking my expertise and really being able to help. A 1-hour consultation with me right now is $1,495. My 1-month mastermind membership is $2,000, $2,200 essentially. And 3 months of my one-on-one coaching is $11,995. Here's the deal. I went a little, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, here's what I'm gonna do. I have a pay in full discount for the course of $1,997. I know that that's not, you know, some people are like that you don't have that. That's okay. I opened up a payment plan, and I'll talk about the bonuses here in a second. I opened up a payment plan because I totally get it. There were times in my life when I couldn't just pay in full. Like now, thank God, right? But I couldn't. So I would have to like sell things or whatever. And I was so grateful for people who offered a payment plan. And because that was extended to me when I needed to invest in those skills, but I didn't have the pay in full money, I always offer a payment plan. So, and both of these plans come with the 14-day money back guarantee. So here are the pay in full bonuses. Yay. Okay. You get 3 messenger Q&A sessions valued at $497. So if you're like, I'm stuck, I can't wait till a weekly live call or whatever, we can go through like a back and forth right there on Messenger. So you get 3 of them, which is a $497 value. Early access affiliate. I'm including this because I want to help you recoup your investment. My goal is to help you get paid. So for those of you who pay in full, you get access to early affiliate rate. So once you graduate, this 15% will bump up to 25%. But if you know, and the thing is like, yeah, if you're investing in yourself, then I'm going to give you more value back. That's how it works. I'm gonna open that up for you. So if you want to earn 15% before you even graduate, as soon as you enroll, you can become an affiliate ambassador and start earning an income from just referring the course. Okay. Here's the thing. I love bonuses and I love offers. So here's my offer for you. There is a fast start bonus for the first enrollees who enroll by July 22nd. Okay, because we're going to be kicking this course off. No exceptions. The pay in full discount is this is what you'll get for. And the reason I'm doing that partially too is because we're doing this course live. Like here's the thing. I'm going to bribe you a little bit and say, I will open this up for you if you agree. Okay. So if you want this bonus and you're like, yes, oh my God, half off, please, please, please let me use your success and results testimonials. That's all I want. Just the ability for you to like write something up, maybe use your picture. I am looking to get my clients and students results, meaning I want you to get paid and start seeing success as a website designer. Once you get started, like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Your life can look so different in 30, 60, or 90 days with this kind of a skill. Like, it would mean so much different for your life and your family. So like I said, crossroads opportunity. And I get to ask you, what are some of your dreams? Like right now, like, what do you want to do? What do you like to experience? You know, do you want to travel? Do you want to have a massage every week? Do you want to hire a housekeeper? Like, do you want to buy a lake house? Like, really, like, truly dream. And then take a look at your financial situation and at your current income level. How long will it take you to achieve those dreams? Like, really? And do you desire to grow your dreams or shrink your income? So if you're like, I want to grow, what? No, desire to grow your dreams or shrink your income. Okay. Grow my income, not shrink my dreams. I totally did that wrong. That's hilarious. And I know some of the common fears, okay, because I'm a very skeptical person, so I always have to walk myself through this. So will this work? Yes, I've trained my own team in designers. I have a student, actually, I think she's going through the pre-course right now. And she messaged me, I think this morning, and she has her first client like coming in on, like, she's talking and they're coming under lock. Okay. And I'm going to walk her through that, help her negotiate. Like, we're going to go through the whole thing. And the goal is to get this girl paid like $1,500 minimum. Okay. And she just started all of this like 2 weeks ago. She's amazing. Okay. So imagine that. Even if you don't get in at the bonus, okay, even if you pay in full or you do the payment plan or whatever you choose, okay, whatever payment option is right for you. Okay, there's not one that's better than the other. There's just, I like to include bonuses. Okay, so none is better than the other. Whatever amount you come in at, my goal is to help you recoup that. Okay, so even if you were to pay, let's say you paid the highest amount of like $2,000. What if you could completely recover that within like 60 days and then go straight to profits? Like, what other education does that? That's crazy. What if I lose money? Here's what I have to tell you. The only way you could lose money is if you took the course and didn't apply it. Well, what if I fail? There's no such thing as failing. There's no such thing as failing. Like, the only way you fail is if you quit. It will challenge you. You will have to learn. You might want to pull your hair out sometimes, but that's okay, because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so, and it is going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be learning a new skill. So here's the thing. Anytime you're about to invest, sometimes it's kind of like it's like a process. Fear shows up anytime you're about to take a risk. Fear is an internal primal sensor meant to keep you safe out in like dangerous circumstances. So here's how I've learned to kind of balance that out and to tell if something is right for me and I want to do it, but I'm afraid, or to be able to discern and say, you know what, I don't think this is wise right now. Here's where I'm at with this. If my heart and my stomach and everything inside of me says yes, and that's my initial reaction, then it doesn't matter how I figure it out and I make it happen. And it's always paid me back in dividends. Okay, so if you have that and initially, internally, you're inside and you're like, hell yes, all in. I want to figure this out. Oh my God, but I don't know how. Work through that, because that's your brain literally just like trying to talk you out of it, because it's that primal, the primary sensor. It's like, it's a risk. Oh my gosh. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you truly have the desire and you're ready to learn, okay, if you're ready to learn, I am here to support you and guide you. The one and only thing I can't do is do the work for you. I don't do hand holding. I do guiding and supporting, but I don't work for you. So You'll become part of a secret society, which is pretty exciting, where pants are optional. Yoga pants can be part of your new uniform. You can do presentations or Zoom calls. This is the funniest thing. Like, you can look professional on camera and, like, you know, or if you meet someone live or whether you just do it on the phone, you don't even have to get out of your like PJs. It's hilarious. Your new office will be wherever your laptop and you are at for the day. You can work from anywhere, although I do not recommend the beach. When you sweat, the sunscreen gets in your eyes and the sand jams up the keyboard. It happened, just saying. So you're going to have more freedom and fun, and you'll have to rediscover what you like to do. And it's weird because you'll have more time to do it. And literally, it's kind of like an odd feeling at first when you're like, I don't have to go to a job. This is weird. Like, it's just an odd feeling. So the course is officially going to start on August 1st. Okay, and when you enroll, you'll be welcomed right off the bat into the private community. So I'm going to pop the link in a second. So if you do enroll in course, if it is before July 22nd, make sure that you do this one or this one. Okay, because these are the fast start offers that I'm offering, and thanking you for joining the presentation. Once it is after that time, these are literally disappearing, and these will be the only things that you will see. So make sure you choose this one, unless you just, you know, want to tip me $1,000 extra. I won't say no. It's totally up to you. So I'm just kidding. How to enroll. Choose your payment option. Whichever one's the best fit, sign up and get started. We can't wait to welcome you. So thanks for hanging out. We'll get to the live Q&A in just a second, but if you're here and you're like, man, I'm not so sure, I did promise you a free bonus. So if you head on over to sarahmichaels.com, click on the link that says go to the main site, and then click on Business Resources Vault, and you will get access to the vault before anyone else when it launches on August 1st. When you go to my site, also, you have the option to sign up for the SM Insider, where I give you a weekly update and a business tip with an action step valued at $199. So, yay! Okay, I'm going to hop off here and come on over to the Q&A. Screen share. Okay. All right. Carrie, are you still on? Let's see if I can unmute you. I don't know how to unmute people. Hey, Carrie. Okay, so I'm not sure if I can unmute you. Did you have any questions, like any specifics that I didn't cover? Okay, no questions. All right, so the one thing I will do, I will pop this link here. I will pop it in here. And that will also go out into the Facebook group. If you think of anything before the 22nd, I hope I covered everything. This was my first like real official presentation on it. I was pretty nervous, so I hope it went well. Thank you for hanging out, by the way. No questions. Okay. Well, I hope we see you. If not, I will still be posting some more valuable stuff inside of the Becoming a Website Designer, inside the Website Designer Facebook group. Pretty simple. You can start like your own Wix website, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so there's that. Great. If you don't have any questions, I won't keep you any longer. I wish I could unmute you though. Yes, you too. Good night. Have a good night, Carrie.